I was gonna ask about like, so yeah, I was thinking about getting like a credit card, not right away, but I was just saying like, how should I go? Like, how should I start off by like building my credit? Like, first thing I should do once I get a credit card, or which one to go to?
So let's make sense of this, right? Because this is what they don't tell you. Why do you want to build credit for?
What'd you say?
Why do you want to build credit for? For what?
So I can be able to, for me, like you're asking me.
Yeah, like for what? What you want credit for? For what?
I mean, I understand that I can have like more access to things in terms of like, I guess buying houses, buying cars, and certain.
All right, stop right there.
Stuff like that.
The car, we're gonna buy a used car, 5-year model.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We pay cash for that.
That's understood.
So what else are you gonna buy with credit? A house, right?
Yeah, my house. That's
Okay.
what I'm thinking. A house or a car, for sure.
There's something called manual underwriting. That's what banks do when you don't have a credit score. That's what they don't tell you, right? The idea is that banks have a lot of ways to make money from you. One of the biggest ones is with a credit card. They get you on a credit card, you start spending here and there, you pay the 18, 20, 24%, and they make a lot of money from you. But in reality, it's because the whole idea is, hey, I got to build credit, bro. No credit, I can't get nothing. That's not true. In reality, when you go to a bank and you don't have credit, but you tell them, hey, here are my pay stubs for $70K for the past 2 years. Here are my rent payments. I pay on time. My bills, my light, all my stuff paid on time. Well, what they do is they do manual underwriting. They look at your whole financial history as that part, your income, they judge it from that, and then they go ahead and approve you on a mortgage because you are still valuable. The credit score just makes it easier for them. That's all it is. You can still buy a house without credit. However, if you do want to make it easier for them, right, the strategy I would use, and by the way, a lot of times I would say just don't get a credit card at all because you don't need it. Because you're going to buy a used car for cash. You can basically still buy a house without credit. So you don't need any of this stuff. So, but if you do want to make it easier for them, because I do have like a 780 credit score and I do have 3 credit cards, but I know I don't swipe credit cards at all.
Right. What
you do is exactly not just discipline, because discipline is better to be abstinence than discipline. By the way, it's better just not to do something than to try to do it moderately in a good way. Sometimes it's like, hey, just don't do it. So what you do is basically, say you get 2 credit cards. You start off with Capital One Secure Card and Discover Secure Card. If you got Netflix and you got Apple Music, you put Netflix on one of the credit cards and you put Apple Music on another credit card. Now that's 2 bills, right? When you get the credit cards physically, you cut them in half. That way you can't use them. Now what happens is the main 2 factors for your credit score are going to be the amount of money you actually owe on it, utilization they call it, and also, for example, your payment history. Do you pay on time? Now, if you have 1 bill on each credit card and you set the credit cards to say, hey, auto pay in full, the full balance every single month. Exactly. Now, what happens is you don't go into debt. You build up your payment history. And on top of that, the amount is always low. So they love all that stuff. Meaning in 6 months, you have a good credit score. In 12 months, you have a great credit score. But you never went into debt and you never played their game. You've got to start